It looks like the Strides low barrier shelter in Champaign may be sticking around longer than expected. Our Brianna Moreland joins us live now with how long Strides shelter could remain open and what's on the agenda tonight that still affects the space. Brianna?
The City of Champaign Township Supervisor tells me that this shelter behind me will stay open for at least 1 year, even though they're facing a $200,000 funding gap to refill. Since opening in 2022, Strides Shelter has served as a safety net for unhoused adults in Champaign County. It was originally funded through COVID-19 relief dollars, but with that COVID funding drying out, the township turned to voters not once but twice, asking for support through tax referendums. The community said no both times. That left one big question hanging in the air. How would the shelter stay open, and what will happen to the people living there if it didn't? In the meantime, the shelter has been working to piece together enough funding to keep its doors open. Tonight, Champaign Township is set to vote on whether to put nearly $86,000 towards new flooring in the shelter. Coming up at 9, I'll break down where that funding is coming from to keep the shelter open for another year. Live in Champaign, working for you, I'm Brianna Moreland.
Thanks, Brianna. We'll also have more information tonight on whether that flooring funding gets approved.
New details now. The City of Champaign Township Board voted to spend nearly $86,000 on new flooring at the Strides shelter. And while that upgrade is in the works, there's also new hope. The shelter may stay open through next June. Our Brianna Moreland was at the township meeting tonight and has the latest on how the shelter will be funded.
That $86,000 flooring upgrade was approved with a unanimous 8-0 vote from the township board. And the good news is it's all covered by state funding. Strides Shelter first opened in 2022 with help from COVID-19 relief dollars. But once those funds dried up, shelter leaders looked to the public for long-term support through a tax referendum. Voters said no, not once, but twice. That left one big question hanging in the air. How would the shelter, which currently houses 74 people, continue operating? During the meeting, Township Supervisor Cal Patterson broke it down, showing how they're planning to stretch current funding to keep the doors open through the next fiscal year and in hopes of additional funding.
Right now, for the next fiscal year, July through June of next year, primarily from the state, where we're looking at funds from the state, looking like we're having some funds come through federally, and also the City of Champaign's ARPA funds, which are also federal.
On the agenda, a vote to approve $86,000 for new flooring at the shelter. Some board members question whether now is even the right time for that kind of investment, especially with limited funds. Patterson says the condition of the current floors has become a safety concern for both staff and residents. Patterson said the investment is necessary, pointing out the condition of the current building.
It's over 30 years old, and it's a well-used building, so it's pretty worn down. And you know, the money came from the city, which I believe it originated from the state, and it was specifically for rehabilitation projects, and that's, you know, one of the projects that was identified.
The supervisor says this is one of 3 big projects needed to fill up the shelter, and right now it's one of the most important. Patterson says year-to-year funding remains a challenge, but emphasized the stakes are high. If the shelter closes, 74 people could be forced back onto the streets. Working for you, I'm Brianna Moreland.
Thanks, Brianna. New deputy township supervisor is set to start in the coming weeks, and Patterson hopes that they'll play a key role in securing more stable long-term funding.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.